Warriors! Christine Lagarde says you better get ready to lose all your money in cryptocurrency. You're going to want to follow all the way to the end because XRP keeps getting great news. My name is Coach JV. I am the top health and mindset coach in the world. What you believe in your heart, you think in your mind, will eventually become your words and become your reality. If you can see it in your mind, eventually you can hold it right here in your hand. What you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. What gets ingrained in your subconscious mind becomes an unconscious activity. Now I'm going to take you on a journey. Now you guys are on a massive roller coaster right now, right? We had massive price appreciation yesterday and now it's coming down. It was up this morning, now it's coming down. The market is freaking out. Now walk through this with me, Warriors. I'm going to take you through what a pump and dump is. I'm going to show you a video from this thing called 1 Minute Economics that I highly recommend you go to his YouTube channel. It's phenomenal. But I'm going to show you what a pump and dump is, and I'm going to take you through fantasy economics, and then I'm going to show you what I think is going to happen. Now, this doesn't mean I'm right. I'm not asking you to trust a word I say. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. But I'm going to share with you why I have my portfolio set up with mostly fundamental cryptocurrencies. I keep about 10% on the sidelines or in my portfolio of pump and dump type things, Warriors. I have a very disciplined strategy. So when I go into a pump and dump or a cryptocurrency that's speculative that's supposed to pump, I don't listen to the news. For example, I did the video on Dogecoin on Sunday. I knew that right when it hit SNL, it was going to pull back. So people that were calling me, I said, or texting me or messaging me through my networks, I said, listen, I'm just telling you what I'm doing. You can do whatever you want. People were buying on Saturday. I sold on Friday. 3 weeks earlier, I had sold when it pumped and I bought Ethereum. Now I'm holding a certain amount of my Dogecoin long term. I'm just going to hold on to it. I'm house money. So here's what I do, Warriors. If I ever have a 10% part of my portfolio in speculative, very speculative cryptocurrencies, I always get my initial investment out as quick as possible. Once I get my initial investment out, I'm house money. It's like walking into a casino, setting down $1,000 on the roulette table. You win $2,000. What should you do? What most people do is they start gambling with the $2,000, and they always lose. What you should do is take your $1,000, put it in your pocket, and now you're on house money. You're having a great time. Your trip is all paid for, Warriors. You have to learn emotional intelligence. Well, I'm going to take you through what a pump and dump is explained with this 1 Minute Economics. And then I'm going to take you through what the news is saying about Elon Musk and the Dogecoin. I'm going to show you Elon Musk's tweet, Miley Cyrus's tweet, and then I'm going to show you tweets from people within the Dogecoin community showing you how desperate and emotional people are getting with these types of cryptocurrencies. Now I'm going to share with you. If you're someone who's emotionally attached to the market and you're trying to, hit these pumps and dumps, you are always going to get wrecked. Number one, if you're emotional in this market, you're going to get wrecked because when it starts crashing, you're going to panic sell. What we do is we buy your panic sell. So if the market's going down right now, I'm just going to wait till it goes down and buy some more cryptocurrency. When it comes up, I have a very strict exit strategy. So here's the thing. For me, it doesn't matter if it collapses in May, June, July, August 2023. I have a very strict exit strategy with 4 targets exiting 50% of my portfolio as the market goes up. So as most people ride the wave up and come crashing back down, I'm going to be exiting 50% of my portfolio by September or October, pulling into silver, staking into DIA, the cryptocurrency stablecoin at 10%. Right now I'm getting 10%. And I constantly do that, Warriors. I'm working to buy other companies as I build out. If it goes the way that I feel it's going to go, to create tax shelters, I'm going to be buying more companies. So I have a very strict strategy. It was 99% crypto. Now I'm starting to diversify into anything that's hedged against the US dollar collapsing. Okay, silver, buying companies. I'm building out a generational wealth building plan. Am I there yet? No. But I share with you exactly what I'm doing. But let's walk through the fantasy economics. Let's first learn what a pump and dump is. Then when we get to the back end here, I'm going to share with you some great news around XRP. And I'm going to share with you my narrative on what I think is happening in the quantum financial system so they get through the fantasy economics into real world economics. Well, who knows what's real world? Our economic system right now is fantasy. So let's watch this.
Let's assume Peter owns 40% of a local company's 100,000 shares. In other words, he owns 40,000 shares that he bought at 10 cents each. To make money quickly, he decides to do something evil. He starts a rumor that the company will shortly launch a product that makes regular cars run on water. To spread the rumor, he does all sorts of things, from telling his friends and acquaintances to buying newspaper ads and convincing radio hosts to talk about this news. As people find out about this, they naturally want to invest in that company as well.
Let me pause for just a moment. What's happening now with a lot of cryptos is they're coming to influencers like me on TikTok and saying, can you pump our coin? So when you have influencers with 700, 1 million, 2 million followers, and they're pumping these coins into their social media, people make buying decisions based on influencers. It's the same thing here.
Dreaming about how this invention will make all shareholders rich. Peter decides to offer 1,000 of his shares at $1 each, so 10 times more than what he paid, and quickly finds buyers. He later on offers 5,000 shares at $2 each, then 10,000 shares at $3 each, and finally all of his remaining 24,000 shares at $4 each. He managed to find buyers each time and generated $137,000 by selling 40,000 shares that he only paid $4,000 for. As time passes, people realize everything about the so-called invention was a lie, and when they try to sell their stocks, also realize there are no buyers. They were scammed by something intuitively called a pump and dump scheme. Contrary to popular belief, these scams don't just occur with stocks. After Bitcoin became popular, for example, hundreds of similar cryptocurrencies appeared, and a lot of them were pumped and dumped. Pump and dump schemes can definitely involve other assets as well, so always keep your eyes open.
Yeah, just be alert, Warriors. Just be alert. So now I'm not saying that Doge was a pump and dump. What I'm saying is anything that goes up 23,000, 30,000, 40,000%, right? It's going to have a dump. You have to know the fundamentals. When regulation comes in, these type of fantasy economics things are going to get smashed, Warriors. So if you're getting into things now, the big thing is Shiba, right? That's a big thing right now. They just announced it's going to be on Binance. That gave it a big pump, right? So it's going on some pretty legit exchanges. And what people are going to do is the rumors are going to start. It's all over TikTok now. It's coming up on my feed nonstop because I'm in the cryptocurrency space. But I'm not going to go out there and shill Shiba to people. Whereas I've talked to you about my fundamental portfolio. Do I buy into some of these things? I have a 10% of my portfolio to buy into things like this. And I have a very strict strategy. For example, Dogecoin, got my initial investment out. House money. Shiba, I bought some Shiba, already out of my initial investment. Just sitting on house money. I'm not recommending you go buy that if you have $300 in the bank. I have a large portfolio that I use and I allocate 10% to do that. I'm very disciplined, Warriors. My portfolio is 90% all fundamental cryptocurrency going to change the world. Okay, so let's watch the news station talk about, only 448 people watch this, CNBC talking about Elon Musk and SNL, and then I'm going to take you through the journey of emotional intelligence and how they're wrecking people by getting people caught up in the emotion of cryptocurrency and pump and dumps.
I wonder, do you think, is Musk trying to cover all the bases? I mean, which one is the real Musk when it comes to at least what we think he perceives Doge?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a great question. It's important to bear in mind, as he himself has pointed out many times, Dogecoin was created as a joke. Bitcoin, on the other hand, was created as a revolution, right? But I think, having watched the show, I think that what he's trying to point out is that while Dogecoin was created as this joke on cryptocurrencies and on Bitcoin itself, it can also be used as a joke to undermine the US dollar, to undermine the whole fiat currency system. I think that's what he's trying to get at with his implication that currencies can be based on whatever you want, whatever he wants.
So you do think there is some method to, I guess, what some would call madness, or just coming out with apparently diametrically opposed viewpoints within 24 hours of each other?
Yeah, I do think that there is a method to the madness. I don't think that he's taking himself or the joke that seriously. But what I think that it raises is the question of whether or not that's problematic. When you have someone in his position with a huge following of this sort of rabid fan base putting money into things because he's tweeting about them. And so I think that it does raise that question. And I think that if he, in fact, is not taking himself or the joke that seriously, then that's what's worth asking here, because he's not out here disclosing his own trades on the coin. And so, we should be maybe asking whether or not that's okay.
Okay, so remember, if you watch this SNL skit, right, the guy pulls out $1 and he goes, well, remember, it's like this, right? This is what I'm talking about. What is Dogecoin? And he goes, it's just like that. So basically he was saying the dollar has no value. They're signaling you, Warriors. The dollar has no value. It's not backed by anything. We're doing fantasy economics with Dogecoin that is just the people's coin, right? It will have utility when it gets on the Flare network. Now you have Shibu, the dog, right? And let's go into it. Let's take a look, Warriors. So he's going forward and he's putting things like this, okay? I'm looking for a Shiba pump. So everybody goes rushing to buy Shiba. This is a rumor, Warriors. What wealthy people do is they buy the rumors, they sell the news. What poor people do, or weak money does, is they buy the news. They buy the Saturday Night Live and then by Sunday morning it had dropped 27%. Yes, Doge had gone up heavily, but a lot of people bought into Doge on Saturday. They're creating emotional wrecks in the marketplace. People that are going in, going out, talking about the gym, zero fundamentals. People have zero fundamentals or understanding of investment and how to invest in a cryptocurrency or an investment, okay? Then you got Miley Cyrus posting about it. She has a ton of followers. It says, what I hear when Elon is explaining Dogecoin to me. And then she has a rocket ship right here, a bag of money to the moon. Think about that. Elon now is signaling Shiba. Shiba was announced this morning that it's going to be going on to Binance. I'm not telling you to buy Shiba. What I'm telling you, Warriors, is these are fundamental. This is not fundamental investing. This is fantasy economics. Here's why. I'm going to show you the cause and effect of this. So look at these tweets, Warriors. Look at these tweets. Make a statement about Dogecoin, please. Say to the moon. Bro, Elon, tweet something about Dogecoin one last time. Hey, Elon, can you tweet something about Dogecoin? My friend is losing money. Come on, man. The people seem to die. Do something about Dogecoin, please. Please save Dogecoin. Dear Elon Musk, please help us. To the moon, please. I want a Lamborghini. Elon, we need to tweet bad right now. Please say something about Doge on SNL. Please shield Doge, Elon. I'm losing money. Can you please let the price go back up on Doge? This is very, very rude. Warriors, this is not how you get rich. This is not how you get wealthy. This is like going to the casino and just hitting the slot machine. There's no fundamentals to this, Warriors. So now we talked about the fantasy economics, understanding what a pump and dump is, Warriors. That's why you don't hear me talking about this type of stuff on my YouTube channel, talking about these coins or going out there and saying, SHIB's going to go to this or Dogecoin's going to go to this. I talk about fundamentals. I talk about real world solved economics, what's happening, Warriors. We talk privately within our community about stuff like this. We look at the risk reward and we make sure we have a game plan. We make sure we have a game plan. I tell my warriors, boom, I'm out. Initial investment out, house money, boom. Initial investment into Ethereum or something that is a fundamental cryptocurrency. Here's why. Here's the narrative, Warriors. Now you got to understand who was sitting next to this lady right here. Do you know who Christine Lagarde is? Forget about Dogecoin. Forget about Shibcoin. Do you know who the fundamental people are that are changing the infrastructure of the world? Christine Lagarde is the head of the European Union. You got Jerome Powell, who's running our economy. You got Christine Lagarde, who's running the European Union. ECB Chief Lagarde, cryptocurrency prone to money laundering, no intrinsic value, buy if prepared to lose money. They're trying to keep us out of this, Warriors. Do you not feel super confused? You got Elon Musk confusing the living shit out of you. Does he like Doge? Does he not like Doge? Now he likes Shiba Coin. You got Christine Lagarde telling you it's a fraud. The President of the European Union, Christine Lagarde, warned that cryptocurrencies are prone to money laundering. She agrees with the Governor of Bank of England, Andrew Bailey, who recently said that the cryptocurrencies have no intrinsic value and investors should be prepared to lose all their money if they invest in them. Think about that, Warriors. ECB Chief Lagarde says crypto as a real risk for investors. Hell yeah, if you don't know what you're doing, Warriors, but if you have a game plan, you're going to do just fine, Warriors. They don't want you in this speculative asset. They don't want you in the infrastructure change of the world. And here's what I think. I've been telling you guys for a while. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm just telling you common sense stuff that I think is going to happen. XRP, I believe, is a massive catalyst to change the world. Who was Brad Garlinghouse sitting next to as he's explaining the infrastructure and what XRP does for the world, right? The liquidity, the real world solve, the cross-border payments, the connectivity, bringing people together all over the world. I am an ex-banker. I understand the real world solve for XRP. And we keep winning, Warriors. XRP holders score another major win. Phemex to relist XRP. Slowly, these exchanges are bringing it back. But let me bring you back to fundamentals, Warriors. Now, the reason why you're not excited about XRP or any fundamental cryptocurrencies like XLM, XRP, Algorand, ADA, Ethereum, because you're looking to get rich quick. If you're looking to get rich quick, look to get wrecked quick. That's what Christine Lagarde is saying here, and they're also trying to FUD and confuse the crap out of you because they don't want they don't want 30% of the population owning the wealth. They want the 1% of the population owning the wealth. But I'll tell you what, you have nothing to worry about because most people are going to follow this crap. They're going to jump in, they're going to jump out, they're going to freak out, they're going to look for Elon Musk to be their savior, and don't worry, Warriors, that's why it's been this way, and God says, it's been this way. It's always been this way under the sun. It's happened over and over again. Humans will never change. But you can change. You can change your mindset. You can change to a fundamental investor and become one of the wealthiest people in the world and be non-emotional. Okay? When the market's crashing, buy the blood in the streets. When the market's up, sell profits and get into something that will create generational wealth. Read The Richest Man in Babylon, the book. Read The Richest Man in Babylon. It's exactly how I changed my brain a year and a half ago. I went broke for the third time. I'm like, something's wrong. I changed my subconscious mind. Every time I make a profit, I take that money and I put it into something that makes money. And now I turn 10 into 30, 30 into 40, to six figures, to here, now where we're at now, building generational wealth. Okay, we're on our way to our generational wealth building plan. It's changed my life, Warriors, because I invest like a Warren Buffett style investor in the cryptocurrency space. I know the leadership team, the real world solve the fundamentals. Here's what I think is going to happen. I've showed this to you guys before. This was a presentation put to investors. I think it was XRP presenting to somebody. It says cross-border payments, real-time gross settlements. This is from 2020. This was a presentation futuristically. I think this was in 2017. What it may look like by 2025. You have the XRP ledger. This is fundamental. Now, remember, Brad Garlinghouse was sitting right next to Christine Lagarde in the meeting explaining this. Why would they have him part of the cryptocurrency committee for the World Economic Forum? Why would they be a partner in the World Economic Forum? And why would he be sitting right next to this lady as she says cryptocurrency is a fraud and for illicit activities? Because XRP is going to be a fundamental world-changing cryptocurrency. And there's going to be many cryptos that are fundamentals that are going to change the world. And the regulation is going to wipe out all these bad actors. So if you're a pump and dump person, you better get out of those bad behaviors because you're going to get wrecked. You may as well go to the casino and put your stuff into a slot machine if you don't have a game plan. So here's what it may look like, Warriors. So the global RTG will remove friction, cost, and risk from cross-currency transactions. Distributed ledger technology, and in particular the XRP ledger, will enable banks to settle cross-currency transactions in real time, something absolutely impossible today. The XRP ledger can be assessed by all banks' liquidity, keyword liquidity. Banks need liquidity, enabling healthy competition between banks and better service customers. Banks are going to be customer service banks. That's it. They are going to be custodying your crypto wallet by 2025, in my opinion. They are going to be a customer service bank. They're going to make all their money off fees and customer service. Whereas you see my passion, you see how fired up I am. I could walk away with my crypto portfolio and just go off into the sunset and move into maybe Portugal, a crypto-friendly place, right? But I want to help as many people as possible. So what we did is we created a Warrior Academy where we surround ourselves with over 1,600 warriors, 1,100 in our Discord. You have access to my portfolio, exactly what I'm invested in. Every time I make a move, I let my warriors know. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just showing you what I'm doing so you know what's going on with what I'm doing. I have an exit strategy, my exact exit strategy. We have an Excel spreadsheet where you can build out your own exit strategy so you can build discipline so you can get out of the market in time. Keep some in your portfolio if you choose to, and then you can make some decisions with that money to build generational wealth so you can never work again, Warriors. This is about creating passive income, subconscious mind programming, goal setting, vision board creation, a community better than any in the world. You work out with us, nutrition. There's nothing like this in the world, Warriors. We are here to leave a dent in the universe, and we want to do it with you. So click the link down below. Make sure you get into fundamentals. If you're going to get into pump and dumps like this, have a game plan, Warrior. Make sure you have a game plan. Get your initial investment out first, and then play with house money. Warriors, rise! Emotional intelligence, discipline. Follow me at CoachJB_ on Instagram, CoachJB Podcast. Let's go.